How's it going?
Good. I was just grabbing a couple fixed temple things. Shit, you know.
I know I was chatting with him earlier, and I was like, "Oh my god, all my fixed temple stuff is in storage right now."
Lame,
I was like, "Crap."
lame.
Oh, I'm gonna grab my drink. I left my drink over there. I'll be right back.
No, Mike, go get your drink. All right, we got two people in. Hey, what's going on? Who's here? Drop it in the chat.
Hey.
Otherwise, we don't know. Otherwise,
Oh,
we don't know.
is it hot where you're at right now, outside, or is it still kind of cool? Or...
No, it's cold.
Oh, really?
It is currently 46 degrees.
Whoa, it was like 79 today.
Whatever.
Like, oh my god. Oh, I hate the heat though. But I like a nice 65.
I like some heat. I like it hot.
You want to be hot.
I like it hot.
Okay, so we got 2 in or 12
Yeah,
or
you've got
36?
a couple people in.
Nobody's making any comments. I can't see comments because I'm
Turn the comment.
on good still.
Yeah, I don't see any comments yet.
Let's go to YouTube's. Okay. Oh, hey, look, it says we're live. I love that.
Yeah, we're live.
So, what did you title this one? Is it anything?
We went to the right number.
Oh, so you skipped a number?
Yeah, because we had 2 3s, so I just went to 5.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He did it right this time, guys. He wasn't in a rush. So, we have a special guest tonight, Fixed Temple Toys. He'll be joining us a little bit later on, as he's still at work for another 24 minutes. So he'll be hopping on with us as soon as he gets out of work. So we thank him for that in advance for getting right on that.
Yeah. He said I'll jump on right after that. I'm making a post really quick.
Okay. Make a post.
All right, Plastic Pizza, what's up? Wait, are they at ToyCon? Are you going to ToyCon?
Well, Plastic Pizza is at ToyCon, but Sarah and Jordan are still in Florida.
Okay. Yeah, because I knew that they were.
We'll just say they missed their flight.
Really? Or no?
Well,
Oh.
yes, they missed their flight, but it wasn't an accident. It was on purpose. But we'll leave it at that.
I don't know. Maybe you're not supposed to say that.
No, it's nothing bad. I'm not gonna blow up someone's spot or anything. They just
speaking of, I actually have I was at Decon and at the Plastic Pizza booth. What's up, Gary? They had some of his micro galore bowls that I picked up there, and I actually have them here. They were really good. Yeah. Oh, I need to go get my. So we got these at the Plastic Pizza.
You haven't even opened them.
I know, because I'm like I like my packaging. So anyway,
I still open them.
big love. I know.
So
well, sometimes I open stuff and then I staple it back up if I want to keep it like nice,
Oh, so what I usually do is, I guess you don't display everything because you have no room, but when I have stuff like that, like I'll pull the staples out, like I unbend the back and pull them out so it doesn't ruin the paper, and then I take them out and I put the header card inside the bag and I zip it up.
That's exactly what I do. That's kind of like a good topic. Talk about.
Yeah, I have a box. I have a box that I put it all in.
How does everybody store? Well, does everybody keep their artifacts? Let's just call it the packing and all that kind of good stuff, or anything they buy, and if so, like, how do you store it? And I do the same thing you do, but it's not in a box organized. Like, I take it, I put the card in the baggie, and then I put it in a pot. And then I put it in the bag, and then I put it somewhere else. Like I need to be more organized with it, but like I have them, they're all over the place. They're in bags in storage. You know, that's what happens when you don't have space. Are you talking? I can't hear you. I don't know if it's me or you. You guys, Gary, Pasta Pizza, whoever's in the chat, you guys hear Brian or no?
Yeah. So with bagged figures, that's how I do it. But I have a box specifically for bagged figures. So, oh, hold on. Let me check my internet.
What's up with your interwebs? Come on. In and out. Yeah, you're in and out, Brian. Tisk, tisk, tisk. All right, so Brian is going to go pay his internet bill or something right now. And while he's doing that, we can chat about my pizza. Actually, it's not pizza. Cheesy bread. I have a salad and a cheesy bread. But 1 second, let me fix it. And then I had my pickle. Pickles. Remember this, guys. Just remember pickles. That's all I got to say. Maybe something's coming. I don't know. Just throwing that out there. But anyway, welcome in, folks. I see some new people coming in. Looks like we have close enough. Yeah, close enough. We have some folks in, and if you guys are just joining us for the first time, Toys and Art Podcast. I'm Blind Bag Toy Addict. Trash Panda, Trashy, who just dropped because his internet is funky. We'll be back in a second. But if you guys have not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel where we post these and also do them live, please hit the subscribe button. Once we have 50 subscribers, it allows us to go live on mobile devices. So that will be really useful when we are, let's say, at cons or different kinds of shows. 1 second, I'm fixing it. Okay, I'll be back in a second. And do it from our mobile devices. So if either of us are somewhere at an event, we can do that and stream live from there on the mobile device, which will be nice. So make sure right over there, smash that subscribe button. And device is not gonna, he's having all kinds of problems over there. And subscribe, we'd greatly appreciate it. That would be amazing. Let me put him back into the stage here. Welcome back. Can we hear you and you can hear us? You're still patchy. Are you on your home internet or?
Damn it.
I heard damn it. Oh my God. It's
I have to restart the run. Yeah,
all
right,
right.
home internet.
Okay. I can't with you. I'm gonna star your comment and I'm gonna do this. Oh, and then Neff says, "What the fuck, Trashy? Get your shit together." And the little shit still moving. Hey, there is no stealing. I have it, and you can see pictures of it and enjoy it. Still, I don't even have it yet. But when it gets here, it will be beautiful. So while Brian gets his shit together, you guys, we do have Fixed Temple Toys joining us sometime after the half hour or so when he gets off work, and we'll definitely chat with him about what's going on, what he's got coming up. He's got a couple of things. Actually, he's got a lot of things. I was talking to him the other day. A lot of things coming up. one of them I know very intimately that's going to be happening. So that will be fun. More details on that as well. Let's give Brian a test here. Brian, did you fix it? Nope. 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 All right. Huh? Yeah, I have no idea why it's so choppy. I don't know. Close your browser. Disconnect the Wi-Fi from your computer. Reconnect it. If that doesn't work, reboot your Wi-Fi. I have to be like IT and everything here, you guys. I think you guys know that, right? Anyway, let me go back and I want to try a couple things. So you guys, we are still getting up and running, learning how to use the StreamYard app that we use for the podcast. And one of the features is the background music. And I'm curious, for those of you in the chat, how loud is that background music when it's coming through? And while I wait for you guys to respond, you guys know that I do a lot of random stuff and I like to customize stuff, and I do that stuff lately. So I've been also making fun, cute little keychains, pins, that kind of stuff. I have one for Rebecca. She picked. I got to send it out to her. Can you guess it was pink? It was pink. Anyway, this is one I made, and you know everyone loves a Labubu right now, so figured let's share this. So I've been doing these and selling these like on the side. So excited! It's super cute. It just got lower. You know, hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna do something. So I have it on like fade in, fade out. I'm gonna change that. But I turn that off. Let me know how much of that is carrying over the voice up, or it's just nice. It's a nice little background. Let me know. Anyway, so here's one. This is just a keychain I made for someone that requested like a purple and yellow. So it's a little bitty Labubu. There, we got purple and yellow. Sparkly stuff going on there. But these little Labubus are freaking adorable. So, just an example. I had that right here. I got to ship it out. Figured I'd show you guys. Let me go back to the chat. See what y'all are saying. Labubu! Yes. There. Excited star eyes. So, good thing I spend the majority of my day on Teams video calls, so I can hold down the fort here where my partner in crime is doing who knows what. Because I'm sure if you don't actually spend a lot of time like on video and camera, that kind of stuff, it's probably not that exciting or fun for folks to do. But now you spend most of your time. I can't with you. I can't. Hey, she's dropped so many pink owls and pink things over the year. This thing, you need to get on those drops and watch. Anyway, but I'm curious for those of you, I don't know if some of you guys might actually be at ToyCon right now. She never puts them online. She does sometimes. She's been putting the owls and the cats are always on there. She's been putting more of the owls online. Not a lot of them, but pay attention because actually her last drop, I ordered a tree spirit and an owl and a stump that kind of match. Super cute. Never the bushes and no pink owls. Lies. I'm gonna pull up. We are talking about Miss Muju and Mr. Muju. If you guys don't know, Miss Muju, Mr. Muju, their stuff is beautiful. I think what I love about their stuff the most is the paint. Hold the receipts. I will, girl. I will. The paint on their pieces is just like impeccable. Like sometimes you see them using the airbrush and that kind of stuff, but the paint and the colors, incredible. So good. And so if you haven't ventured over to their site, I recommend you take a look. But they're at ToyCon and they had a lot of stuff available. Love their tree spirits and their daydreamers, yes. I have yet to pick up a daydreamer. Beautiful so far, yes. I'm gonna go grab that one, see it. But I'm on the site just to see what's on there right now. And what was I gonna say? They're the Daydreamer. I haven't picked one up yet. They're super small. My friend picked one up and she's like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how small they were. So the stuff is in the pictures, it's a lot smaller than you think it is when you receive it, but it's still incredible, gorgeous. But I'm gonna go grab the tree stump and the owl and the tree spirit I just got a couple weeks ago from a drop, so you can see. And that will be the receipt, Miss Rebecca, with pink sparkles. Oh my. Okay. All right. So that here's the tree spirit, and then we're talking about how vibrant, and beautiful the colors are. Trashy's back. Let's see if we can get him in here. There is that.
Can you hear me?
I can. Let's see if it stays.
Okay. We're good. We're good.
So, here's the tree stump that they make, and then here, Rebecca, is the owl that came with the tree stump that you say never land on the site, along with this little baby cutie that was on the site for the same drop. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There you go. Oh, it's not pink. True. True. It's not pink. But you said owl. So you didn't say pink owl only. I don't know if she's done a pink owl like that. That's it. All right. Talk, Brian. Let's see if you're back. Let's see if your voiceover, your internet's working.
You still hear me?
I think so. Keep going.
Still choppy? Okay.
Your video seems to be lagging, but at least your voice seems to be coming through.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it is because like all the other things that are running on the internet.
Yep. Now you're catching again.
Are running fine. So I'm not sure why.
Huh. The tree stump with the pumpkins? Yes.
Oh man.
I have the pumpkin stumps too. The stacking ones. Incredible. Oh no, Robo Trashy is back. Which one, Rebecca? Which tree? The pumpkin stack? I like the mushroom stack too. I don't have a mushroom stack yet. Try it, Brian. Actually, see if there's an app in the App Store. A big pumpkin one. I want all her stuff. That's so good. StreamYard. Let's see, Brian. Oh, yeah. Download StreamYard Guest and see if that works. I'm gonna get you. I couldn't decide, so It is. She has, and that was the nice part about Joy-Con there. Like, I wish I was there because she had a lot of the stuff that you never see on the site. So some stuff I think they just do for shows. And then, Trashy, do you have something running on your Wi-Fi and it's taking a minute? That's what I was wondering too, but I don't know. Oh, he's back again. Let's try this. That's what you're saying.
Okay, is this better?
I think so.
What?
I think so.
Am I like choppy?
No, but your audio is weird. Are you using your headphones or no?
No, because I have no idea where they are.
Okay. I just don't know. Audio is kind of weird, but the bushes.
Bad weird or?
Got a little bit of an echo.
Okay. Let me see if I can find the headphones, and if I can, we'll be good.
Yeah.
Okay. So keep talking.
Yeah. The bushes. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Oh, you know what? I wonder if his computer's still logged in too. You can't take him anywhere. Can't take him anywhere, you guys. Let's see. Never make it on the site. Yeah. A lot of stuff. I mean, she does so many beautiful things. Did you guys hear that weird echo too, or no? Me too. I want him to come to the US. Let's all talk him into coming to Flex. Did you turn off your computer?
Yeah, my computer's off.
Because you have a really bad echo?
The what? Sorry?
It's a really bad echo. Turn off your audio for a second.
Okay. Yeah, hold on. Okay. Got the headphones, but I gotta connect them.
I guess because of their kind of can't. Huh? Yeah, you hear me on yours. There's some weird feedback happening over there. Well, wait a minute. Oh, kid. Okay. It's like, what does that mean? They're kind. I don't think that sounds like right. I don't know what he's doing over there. I think the headphones are getting hooked up. Yeah, phone. All right. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, but yeah, so those are the ones that recently came in from Miss Mood Room. And the booth they have at Toy-Con has like so many beautiful things. And I really love the resin, mushrooms, and cats, and etc. That's what I thought too, Anne-Marie, but he said he closed it. That's what he said. And the resin owls too. Yeah, they're so sparkly. They're like the perfect sparkle in them. It's like different because you know how like Michelle and Ghostbox does a really good job with glitter, but it's like really dense glitter. This is like the perfect distribution of like the tiny little glitter in it. So with the big wings, I think I've seen them before in like different customs that she's done. I don't know that I've ever seen the big wings land on her site. So, yeah. All right, Brian, let's see. Oh, I don't know what you're doing. Vaping. I had the blue sparkly Chewy Spirit. It's so good. Sad I missed it. Oh, is it Emery? Do you have the one? Was it the Christmas one? Because I have like a Christmas one that was blue and had a little scarf on it. Super cute. King Gonga, what's going on? Brian's having technical difficulties at the moment. No, I don't know which one.
Okay. Is that better?
I think so. Let's see. Keep
Can
going.
you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
No feedback or anything?
No, I think we're good now. See, it's like and that one's probably hard to see, but that's the one. Now you're all sideways. There we go. Better. It's like a little snowy. It's
Yes.
clear. It's translucent.
There you go. Okay. Sorry
All
for
right.
the technical difficulties, everybody. Apparently, I was not prepared this week, like BBTA was not prepared last week.
Uh-huh. I was still 10 times more prepared this last week than you are this week.
Okay, listen, I don't know what was the computer was doing, okay? So, okay, so you've showed off like 50 pieces at this point. I guess I'll show off something new that I got. Does that sound good? You want me to show off
Yeah.
something? I also can't see comments, just so you know.
On there. Okay.
Yeah, I can't see it on here.
King Gang is here. Said hi. Drop
Oh,
a heart.
hello. Okay. So I found this artist who is in Korea, and I saw this stuff. I absolutely loved it. So I was like, hey, how can I order some? So I figured all that out, and they just showed up the other day, and here they are. They're called Bomb Monsters. So he has 3 different ones. And I ordered all 3. And his name is Hot Blood on Instagram.
What is it?
Hot Blood.
Something blood I heard.
Hot Blood. Hot Blood.
Soft?
Hot.
Oh no.
Can you not hear me now?
I can, but like I can't hear the first word you're saying. I had weird feedback.
Oh, hot. Like fire, hot.
Oh, hot blood. Okay. They make me think of the little bomb in Super Mario.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, they got that look. But super cute pieces, nice little sizes. I love them because I love
Are they
bombs. So.
Are they vinyl?
No, they're resin, but they're not super heavy because they are hollow. So there's the drainage spot.
You got a hole.
Yeah, it's for the draining for when you print resin. Hollow, it's so that you can drain it out.
So I have a question about that. And remember, it's pizza, and I put a pickle on it. It's delicious. So when you print your resin and you have a hole for the drainage, do you or not you, and then do artists usually try to cover that up or no? I don't know that I always see holes in things.
Well, if you don't see a hole, it might not be hollow at all. So, like with my bites, I don't print them hollow. I print them solid, so they're solid pieces. But with like the extra large bites, those ones get printed hollow because they're just so big that I put the drainage holes behind the eyes so you don't see the hole because I cover it up with the eyes. So some things have, you can kind of hide the hole sometimes. Another thing you can do is you can like epoxy sculpt it closed and then sand it. But some people don't. I have a few pieces that are like that there's just a hole in the bottom.
Yeah.
Which isn't such a big deal. This one's got it on the feet.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to see it. It's on the feet.
Yeah.
And this one's got 4 of them on its feet.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I'm not sure if it's like for a stand. Is it supposed to have a stand or not? Or I didn't know if it's for drainage. I probably would have thought they left the hole, someone painted it, or it was for a stand. I don't know.
Definitely to help it drain, because any leftover resin on the inside will could eat away at the print and start ruining its integrity to stay.
Now you can also print a plug to close it as well. in the slicer? What's the
Yeah,
slicer?
there. So the slicing software, that's where you
Oh,
bring your 3D print into that. It kind of it creates a file that your printer knows how to print.
hmm.
So in that you can, when you put a hole in it to make it hollow, there's an option to keep that hole, that piece that you dug out, which they call a plug.
The print.
I've had bad luck. Yeah, I've had bad luck with plugs. They don't fit back in as well as I was hoping. So I
So
usually just epoxy it.
yeah. Hmm. Huh. Who knew? I didn't know.
The
But I do.
things you learn.
I'm learning.
So yeah, so that was my pickup of the week.
What?
Um, well, one of them, anyways.
What?
I said one of my pickups of the week.
Hmm.
I don't think I got. Uh, trying to think.
I thought Neff
Anything
was
else?
supposed to be our first guest.
Well, Neff.
I don't know Neff. What does that
Neff,
mean?
Neff, Neff keeps blowing me off. Doesn't want to do it.
Mm. Neff, don't make me come for you. Mm-mm. And
You
yeah,
should definitely come for it.
we're having a Paloma. I actually went to the store specifically to buy a fresh grapefruit, squeeze it in here, and then I just put the grapefruit in there too. And I'm going to go refill it in a second. Cheers. He escaped. Nope, nope. Nah, ain't going to last that long. We ain't escaping that long. I will find you.
I escape. So, what did I miss while you were or while I was off
Hmm.
in La La Land?
We talked a lot about Miss Muju and what she has, or she and Mr. Muju have at QuakeCon, and some of the pieces that don't typically make it to the site. You only see them at cons or like shows, etc. I'm trying to figure out if like this owl that she did was new, or if she had some before on the site, which I really think is a newer one. It's got the big wide
And
wings, really cute.
the owl with the stump. You posted that on Instagram like a week ago, right?
Probably. It's got the wide wings. But there's
Uh,
two
uh,
versions. So there's like an owl like this, which she does. And then there's one now that has like the long wings coming off of it. It's really neat. Um,
uh,
I'm
do you
gonna
have
really
that one?
I will. It's coming.
I will. Of
My
course.
shopper.
Yeah, I shouldn't even have asked that question. Speaking of shoppers, um, Mr. Blindbag sends me a photo of his shopping escapades, his retail
Oh,
therapy.
my retail therapy yesterday, you guys. Was it was a long week, and so after work yesterday, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to Five Below, and I should know better because like you just can't walk out of Five Below without buying stuff. And I bought it all because I using it as an excuse to buy extra even more. Pick a new color. Oh.
No,
Um,
Scott likes pink.
I do. I love pink.
Pink, more pink.
So, folks in the chat, you guys they're just join us. What questions or what things do you want to know from like an artist like Trashy, right? Like, what are some different things that you always were curious about, or wondered how they're made, or those kind of things? Oh my God, fix them together. That was from like Decon last year, I think.
You say that like it was that long ago. It was like last year.
You gotta. Hey, you were too busy running around buying shards, so don't. Mhm.
Yeah, you know, Scott, it's come to the attention of most people in Discord and on this podcast that you just buy pink things so that pink can't have them.
Yeah. Excuse me. If you look at my wedding photos, you know that pink was one of the colors in there. Pink and a navy blue are the two colors. So,
Also, the song that he danced to his husband with is "Pink is
oh,
my
it was
favorite
pink.
color."
Oh, but it was a pink song, like
Pink is my
one of the intros.
favorite color.
You did a pink one. Mhm.
It still should have been "Pink is my favorite color."
Not lie, not You. Oh, you.
So,
I'm gonna pull up my shoes too. Wait. Okay.
did you
We're
have
gonna
pink shoes?
cover this. Talk about something. I've got to pull something here.
Oh, so I gotta talk about something. Okay. While we were before I got disconnected, we're talking about how you store your excess packaging, or if you do what Scott does and put things back in the packaging after you've taken it out, because we know Scott likes to put stuff in storage after he buys it for some reason. Um, but like I was saying, for anything that comes in like a baggie with a header card, um, I personally like to remove the staples really nicely, take the piece out, put the header inside the bag, seal the bag, and then I file it away in a box so that if I ever want to put it back in the bag for some reason, I can. But as far as boxes go, I know I've seen some people that break boxes down and then like stack the little plastic pieces inside. Like I've seen that with Funko collectors. I personally just put the whole box inside of a tote, which goes to a storage. So that's like my version of storing toys. It's just their boxes. So how do you guys do it? Do you guys throw away the packaging? Do you keep the packaging and store it? Do you
Oh no,
display it
they're
with
coming.
your toys? I hate not being able to see comments.
Oh, no comment yet, except for Rebecca
Okay.
saying the shoes don't exist, which they're about to come. I have to transfer to the computer so I can display it. You know, just
He's got to do
saying.
work. He's got to do
Yeah,
work to show off his shoes.
exactly. But
You
yeah,
got the
mine are
shoes
all
in?
over the place. Yeah, but I want to get a couple pictures.
So okay, so that we're talking about um, favorite colors for things. Um, I know a few people's favorite colors for toys. But in the comments, let us know what are your favorite colors or colorways that you really enjoy collecting the most, or are you just like a eclectic collector, where you just the colorway doesn't matter, you just like the piece so much that you want to have all of it, all the colorways that it comes in, or
Yeah.
do you
We
just
got
grab what you can get?
and we got Colton that has just shown up, and he
Yeah.
is in the lobby, so we're gonna bring him in.
Okay, well, presenting our guest, Fixed Temple Toys.
Oh yeah,
Um,
let's go and pick Temple Toy.
saying
Banana.
his name.
All right, we're bringing him in. All right,
Hey,
What's up, guys?
what's
how's
going
it
on?
going?
Good. Just got off work, ready to relax.
Did you already get home?
Yeah, I'm home right now, but I just got home.
Yeah, he must have sped. He was like, "Meow." I gotta get to the show.
Yeah, I mean, luckily I live pretty close to where I work, but usually they have me stay after and clean up and do all kinds of other stuff before I can actually head out. But I'm a quick 10-minute drive, maybe less from my house to my work, so
It's always nice. Definitely
yeah.
can't complain about that. So, what do you do? Do you mind telling us what you do?
I work in an art store, art and craft
Uh,
studio.
Look at that, the dream. Art all day long.
Yeah, I get good discounts on paint, that's for sure.
Hey, there you go. He's got it all
Yeah,
made,
like I've been
guys.
using the golden high flows through my airbrush, and we sell those at my work, so that's been really nice.
Sweet. I'm gonna put my order in with you.
Yeah, let me know.
And
So what
so,
what have I missed? What have you guys been? What's been the topic tonight?
a bunch of things we bounced around a couple times. So we were talking about how you store packaging. Like if you have things with header cards and such, do you just toss the header card in the bag, or do you save it? Um, I mean, like Scott puts everything back in the bag because he doesn't display anything.
Oh, I see. I usually
And
keep it.
You keep
there's
yours. Yeah,
limited space, so I display in rotation.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
rotation.
I don't keep mine in the bag, but I usually hold on to boxes and headers and stuff like that. Because I mean I also see the
Yeah,
value in the artwork and time that goes into packaging. So it's kind of like part of it for me as well.
same. Yeah, I store my header cards in in the bags they came in, and I file them away inside of a box, so that way I can
Nice.
find them if I need them.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
boxes I tend to just keep in totes, lots of totes.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to get another display case. I've been meaning to get a few more, but because I've got stuff that I want to display that I don't have displayed correctly, and it bothers me.
But you still have room for display cases.
Yes.
That's good. That's always a good thing. See, when you start running out of room for a display case, is when you get to Scott's problem where he has to rotate things in and out.
When do we
Mhm.
get a tour, Scott?
Uh,
Uh,
Collected
we have
Con.
to
He's
wait until
inviting us over.
we have to wait until we can go live from like a mobile device.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, I'm walking around with my laptop with the external camera that will probably fall off.
I'm on
You
my
know,
phone right now. Is it poor quality?
no, it's not bad. Like
Okay.
I could
Yeah,
probably stream from a device that using the app, which Crashy's on. So it's our first time having someone do
oh
that.
no, I'm on, actually I'm on the web.
Oh, you're on
I
the
didn't
web
do
from
that.
your phone?
Yeah, it opened up, so I was like, okay,
Oh,
let's do the.
yeah. All right, here I gotta show Rebecca my shoes. Mm-hmm. Here you go.
Oh, he's off his shoes real quick.
There you go. There's
Yeah,
my pink shoes.
these are from his wedding.
Nice.
That's my tie. It was pink. So suck it.
So, in other words, for a long time.
Mm-hmm. It took me forever to move that. I never use my laptop, so like everything's on my phone, even though this is Apple II. But like I don't put a lot on my laptop because I just don't want the memory and that kind of stuff to get sucked up. And I have to move it over here, blah blah blah. Don't be jealous, Rebecca. It's okay. It's okay. Fix join us when we rated at my storage. Anyway,
Yeah.
can we?
So
I already said your name, but like, does everyone know your real name?
Colton is my real name for anyone who didn't know.
Colton. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if we're supposed to say it or not. But yes, Colton. And what do you want to tell us about Fix Temple Toys? Tell us about it. I don't know if everyone knows who
give
you
us the
Uh,
are.
backstory. Where did you start?
the backstory. Well, I make toys called Glorbles. Um, right now, that's been the main focus of most of what I make are revolving around these ectoplasmic shape-shifting little alien things called Glorbles. And they were kind of a blender of nostalgic influences from when I was younger, such as Flubber, Alien, um, The Thing was a big one. Have you guys seen The Thing?
Yep.
That was definitely a big influence, and the juxtaposition of having something that's kind of cute and bubbly, as well as something that has a little bit of like a horror aspect added in as well. And the whole lore and backstory of those is continuing to evolve, and different factions, different things in the world that I'm always trying to work on, but seem to kind of get pushed to the side with so much other things going on, which like shows and things like that, which I'm not complaining about at all. I love it, but it's nice to be able to have a little bit of time to like work on, specifically things for the universe that I'm trying to kind of expand and build.
No, 100%. I mean, it's great to have shows and stuff to do, right? Because that's where you can get your products out there, make some money. But it does put a hindrance on that extra time to really create what you want to do, which is your backstory, or to create something new. So I personally am falling behind. I have some like illustration stuff that I need to work on, but I haven't had a chance to because just so much other stuff going on too.
Right. Or things that I'll sculpt and finish, and then I'll I'll kind of look back on, and the more I look at it, the more I'm like, it's just not really hitting the mark that I want to hit. So I'll scrap it and start over doing something new. And I know that if I can look at it, for a month or so and not hate it, then like maybe I'll roll it out. But a lot of things just don't get pushed forward or seen.
Is it because they have like small penises?
Tiny little dangles, yeah.
Inside joke.
Yeah.
So
I had to Dremel one off because Scott made me feel weird about it, but yeah.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
Which I think I have that little guy right
So
back here.
where did the name Glorble come from?
It was a mix of glob and globe, basically, because they were kind of more spherical.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
In the chat, who is it? A Batical says Gorbins.
This is the one that had his little dingle dremeled off here.
Oh, I'm trying to
Scott,
get you to
you're
be.
doing a very good job. Scott doesn't like not being the center of attention. You can tell he had to make himself the largest screen.
There we go.
There you go.
That's cool.
So that was one little concept of a new character I was thinking about rolling out. I'm not sure if I'll do anything with them, but it was part of the fanatic occultist Glorble faction, where I kind of tried to keep the hood Glorble-esque. It's still got the Glorble mouth. It's still got the little feet and stuff like that. But
was this the one that I was we were chatting and I was talking about how they were like the keepers of the Glorble, like on the planet Glorble?
No, that was a different one.
Oh, okay.
Which that was one that I kept looking at and then decided not to do anything with. I might go back and revise it at some point, but for now, yeah, it's scrapped.
Well, hey, I mean, you've got the fact that you're over here creating new sculpts, even though you're not putting them out necessarily. It gets the juices flowing. It helps you build your story. It gives you the ideas you need, which is super cool. And I think I'm not sure if it was the last release that you did, but the one that was very well-rounded with the picture frame, the moving photo.
The little digital canvases and the.
Yes, that was very unique, very cool.
This is one of the newest finished access cards that will be going out soon.
Oh, that's dope. To me, I hope, because those are my colors.
But yeah, those have been fun. I've got a few more of those that I need to ship out before I start the next release of animated Stasis Glorbles.
Yeah,
I don't have one here I can show you at the moment, but
yeah, those are really cool. If you didn't see them, definitely go to Instagram. I'm pretty sure you have a picture of one up, right?
Yeah, and there's a little video. Yeah, it was an animated Glorble floating in a stasis tank, and I worked with an animator to have those made. Where I did the sculpting, and then he did the animating for everything.
It's crazy.
I wrote the music for it as well, so each one will have like music written by me per 5 release, so those will always change. And I sculpted the I actually have one right here. Let me grab this real quick. One of the little stasis tanks, which eventually will be, pieces. The middle cylinder will be casted, so I can put little Glorbles inside there. But this is the stasis tank minus all the tubing from the little animation.
That's super dope. Like, and the fact that you brought like different forms of art together to create that is just outstanding. I mean, they did come with an actual Global too, or was it just the
ID badge? Yeah.
Oh, just the ID. Okay, so yeah, so I mean, so it came with a painted ID badge, the frame, the music,
Digital canvas.
Yeah, the digital canvas. Sorry, you said it like 5 times, and I keep forgetting what it's called. The digital canvas, which is super cool, and the fact that you put all that work. There's like different forms of art there. There's sculpting, animating, the music, and then even like the resin printing and painting. Like, so you literally brought all of these things together to create a uniform, fun thing, which is super dope.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was fun to do.
Let's check it out. Let's do this.
What'd you say?
I said let's check it out. See if I can get the ability to share it here, because I pulled it up on the Instagrams.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I knew they weren't going to
Cool.
be everyone's cup of tea, but I thought,
I mean, I think
Yeah.
that's honestly though, the thing is like it's not everyone, it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but the people who do find the joy in it are really going to get a lot from it, because it is just it's so much. It's not just a one simple thing, right? It's a whole experience you've created, and it helps
Thank
tell
you.
the story. It helps tell that story that you're trying to tell. Like, it's not just, hey, this cute little, horror cute monster thing. It's a, like, this is the story from A to Z. I mean, this might only be part of it, but it's still a really awesome part of it. So
Right.
well done.
Thank you. Yeah, and then them being, I wanted it to be kind of a seamless loop. So if it was like on your desk or whatever, you have the ability to turn the music off, so the looped music doesn't just play over and over again and drive you crazy. But the Glorble seamlessly, floats and has the little oxygen bubbles that come up, and the data on the screen on the stasis chamber changes and does different things, and the lights flicker and stuff like that. So it's just kind of a cool background thing to have on your desk or wall or whatever.
Like,
And
hey, in your collection, I can see that, like, somebody that collects your stuff, or even somebody that has an eclectic collection, to put that in with the collection itself. You have something it's moving. It's like it's bringing life to that area of your collection, and allows you to look at it and see everything around it. So I think that's
right.
really cool.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I wanted to keep it kind of away from the NFT stuff, but still have it a collectible animation in some way, a limited collectible animation that someone can't just, in a sense, rip off of the canvas and resell. And that's why they also came with like a one-of-one ID badge, which every single one of these that I put out is different. So this is really the validation for them being legit would more so be the card than the animation itself, because
Right,
it's not on a blockchain or anything like that.
Right, and the detail that you put into that card is amazing as well. Like, I saw a video of you crafting it, painting it up, like taking the time. they're very well done. It's not like you just printed something on a business card and said, "Here's my certificate of authenticity." This
Final
is
was canceled. Whoever that is says 001 is on my desk right now. Love it.
Yep, vinyl got the very first one.
Nice.
I'm waiting for 069.
Yeah. Yes. That'll be a while, but we'll get there eventually, hopefully.
Skip some numbers just to get Brian one. All right, so it's story time now because I have something here. But when did you start making toys?
I would say probably coming up on 4 years now.
So the story I'm about to tell, is that when you first started?
I don't know what story you're about to tell. Yeah, that was my first designer con. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, cool. So I don't know, like it organically happened, but can't remember exactly how. But somehow Colton and I connected through Instagram, and he was just launching or about to launch wine boxes for his micro Gorbals. And I think he saw that I like unboxings and I like small stuff, etc. So we connected, and he's like, "Hey, you want to do an unboxing?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I want to do an unboxing." And he's gonna shoot some of these over, and I'll show you guys. I still have the box because I kept it. And that year, I ended up being in Palm Springs for a weekend, and it was the same weekend as DCon, and that was my first DCon I ever went to. So I'm like, screw you guys, I'm getting a car and I'm driving over here since I'm so close for the day, and I'm gonna go. And I went over, and then Colton was there, and I don't think we knew each other were gonna be there. And then he's like, "I know you're gonna be here. I have those things with me." And so he had these. This is like your first little like blind box, like homemade blind box he put together. He printed it and folded it for the micro Gorbals.
Mm-hmm.
Back at DCon 22 or 23, I'm not sure. And that was
I think it was 22.
Yeah, and this is not the one that was in there because this is a different one. But that was like the first interaction I had and how I actually got introduced to.
Yeah, and I think you were doing a lot of like, I don't think you had a ton of designer toy stuff on your Instagram. I think you had done a lot of other just kind of like smaller trinkety blind box things. So
yeah, a lot of like more of like the Pop Marts and that kind of stuff, is
yeah,
what I was doing. So yeah, that's that, and that there it is. I still have it. Look at that.
And that was also, I think, the first year that I had ever even heard about Designer Con. So that was like a life-changing experience for me.
That was fun. It was like a little like overwhelming because there's so much going on, and I knew I only had like a day to be there and running around like crazy.
It was so overwhelming for him. He stole stuff from my booth.
Wow.
I didn't steal stuff from his booth. I said, "I'll be back."
Right, okay.
He borrowed
back,
it.
and then he never came back. He never came back until I texted him.
Because I was running around trying to look at everything. I got super excited and like
extended borrowing. That's all.
Shiny thing, and I was off and running.
He was like a chicken with his head cut off. That was for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I
probably bought the most of the cupcakes from you that year. Blind bag.
You definitely got a bunch of them. That's for sure.
Was that the year, Trash, that you had like the like cupcake sensei going on? Sensei going on in the background.
That was my first DCon, yeah. So that was
that was cool.
I had the smell. It was one of those diffusers behind my booth. So it was just like emulating cupcake smell out of my booth.
Yeah, as you're looking at your like cupcake designs, you're smelling cupcakes, and I was just like, this is genius right now.
Gotta get people hungry so they want to buy the cupcakes.
It was awesome, yeah.
So I think I remember when you first started, you were working with a caster, um, and you kind of got into the scene via like what was it, the Playful Gorilla and Fet's show, Booze and Buddies.
Boozing buddies, yeah.
Yep. So you started off there, and you had a different character at the time. It was
Yes,
Kismet, right?
correct.
Yes. I was like, I'm pretty sure I remembered that.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Glorbles
then,
were like the second thing that I had ever made or casted. And then it was had been working with Bean Large and Art in Portland at the time. Um, before I even knew about any of the toy scene or designer toys, I was more focused on street art and stickers, and that whole kind of scene in Portland was something that I've been involved in since probably 2015. And Glorble started off as just like a 2D character design that I had made. I think the first even close to 3D one was just on a wood cutout. So it
oh,
was
wow.
still 2D, just cut out of wood that I had sold at a gallery show in Portland. Um, and I wanted to get some little Glorbles made to go with sticker packs and stuff like that. It was just going to be like a little physical thing to go with the stickers. And Bean was like, there's like a whole scene for this type of stuff, and hooked me up with Booze and Buddies, and I had a show on there and did really well selling things on there. And then it was the introduction to Designer Con, and I think that first year even I rented a booth space from Fet, from Fed Up Toys, who was also a host of Booze and Buddies. And then that was my first experience at any toy show at all, was Designer Con. So it was just like mind blowing. And then it's all been snowballed since then. So
Yeah,
full on addiction now.
DesignerCon 22 was my first toy show of any sort. And yeah, it was definitely, I can see why Scott was running around like a chicken with his head cut off. It's just it's an amazing experience, especially when it's your first time. Like if you've gone to no other toy convention or even a convention before that, and that's the first one you're introduced to, it was just like so much. It was massive. There was so much to look at.
But
Um,
it's like
it's,
it's massive, but it's still like calm. Like compared to like if I think of like if you ever been to like a NYCC or a San Diego Comic Con, like it's completely different to me. Like I don't like those ones. I don't like
Mm,
going to those. These like Designer Con, Collecticon, the ones like that, I enjoy it a lot more, and it's still a lot going on, but it's that those are like just too much, you know, too many people,
so
too many things.
fixed. I know in my brain, I know I invited you to a show before, but I'm having trouble recalling which show I invited you to.
Your
Not
last
the
one,
not the recent
but
one, yes, I know that one.
I was like, the recent one that just happened.
I'm not
Yeah,
I'm like
not that
Brian.
one.
Boy, your
My
memory's
brain is
bad.
not that bad. No, so
It was
were
your
you in one
vinyl
of the?
cupcake show.
Yeah, okay. I was like, you were in one of the cake shows. Do you remember which one you were in?
What do you mean, which one?
Well,
He's done them a couple of years. So
I've done four. I've done four of them.
I think it was the
So
first one.
was it the first one?
I
The
think it was the first one.
the Baker's Dozen show.
I think so. It came you sent two of them, one for me to keep as well, that came in the box and is a blank. And I don't know if you've done that every year or not, but I think you had just got those made.
I did that for the first two shows. After that, I stopped doing that because it started eating into my my products. So I
Right.
was like, but yes. So you were in the first one. Okay, now my brain, for some reason, I can't recall the piece. I'm like over here, like I know you were in the show because I remember chatting with Bean when I was putting the show together, and I asked her to be in it, and then she was like, "Hey, um, one of my apprentices would really like to be in the show," and that's like kind of how we first started talking.
Your
Was when I
apprentice?
invited you to the show. Yeah, he was learning under Bean Largent.
Yeah, I kind of even worked there for a little while.
Oh,
Just as soon as I had went there for her to like, I was initially just gonna pay her to do molds for me, and she's like, "Well, since you're local, how about you pay me and then just come here, and we'll spend a few days like teaching you." And of course, I was like, "Absolutely, 100%." And then while I was there, her other coworker employee had quit, and she had like quite a bit of, you know, stuff to do, product to do. So she's like, "Well, now you know how to cast. I'm just gonna kind of watch over you while you do the casting, and then I do this, and I'll help you make your stuff." So for a short period, I was driving up there and helping her cast other people's stuff for just a little while. It was some great experience, and definitely learned from one of the best when it comes to mold making, which was really cool.
I mean, that's definitely an opportunity that you can't pass up, especially if you're looking to learn a new skill. So
Right.
you got lucky there. I'll be at your house so you can show
Absolutely.
me how to do it
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, she's awesome. It was super beneficial, for me, and I use a lot of those techniques and skills and stuff today when I'm casting from, my own house. So, yeah, shout out to Bean. Right now she's actually living in Seattle, and she makes molds still, but she does molds for like bones and equipment for like medical things.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Mhm. Yeah, I
Good
just
for
recently
you.
ran into her at Emerald City Comic Con. Actually, she had a booth there and was selling stuff. So
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad
Is
to see
that
that
it?
she's back into it.
that's it.
I can't see it very well, but I assume that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, it was the Glorable Cupcake, right?
The Global Cupcake, the tongue sticking out. Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
yes. Now my brain. I need to like. I had all the photos, but I lost them off my old computer because my old computer hard drive crashed. So I'm like, they're not on my Instagram anymore because I archived them, and I'm like, I don't know how to find these photos anymore. So I'm like, crap.
It was a long time ago too.
You can
This is true.
unarchive it.
I'm
Yeah, I gotta
always
figure out
fighting.
how.
I'm always fighting the urge to like archive all but like 7 photos on my Instagram.
Why?
Yeah,
I wish you could have like I wish you could pin like a top 8 rather than just 3, because there's so many things that I would rather showcase higher up on my Instagram than people have to like
Pin
scroll
it.
through hundreds of photos, you know what I mean, to get to some of my favorite things that I've done.
Pin them.
So
right. He
you
said he
can
wants
only
to
pin
pin.
3
Yeah, he wants to pin more than 3.
But still, you can pin your top 3. And I'm sure that changes over time.
here and
So
there. I mean, some of them I just always want to have top 3, like the Origins DesignerCon podcast. I feel like that's something that should just kind of always be pinned. Some of the original Global Agent photos in the suit, from the I think it was the first, or that would have been the second decon when that
Second.
costume came
yep.
out, and I had some pretty cool photography pictures done in that suit. Like that should be, in my opinion, something else that's pinned on there. And then that only leaves one more pin for like one of my pieces that I've actually made. So I do change it up, but I just wish that I could only have,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, personally, I agree
Pages.
with you. I think that we should be able to pin at least 6, like 2 rows.
right.
Um, but the reason I archive things is I try to be somewhat aesthetic. I know it doesn't always work. I mean, like
Let me pull up your page.
we can't all be fetch for donuts and have this beautifully laid out Instagram. She does such an amazing job with hers. It's like I'm envious of it. but like I try want things to be aesthetic. When the show's been over for a while, some of the cupcake shows, I tend to just kind of bury those things because I don't want people to, if they're scrolling back looking for something specific, to like have to go through miles of all these show posts, like where I
Right.
posted this the flyer 15 different days, but so I'm like just want to try to clean it up.
Yeah.
I wish I
You should
would
have two
have,
Instagrams.
yeah, okay, or just to keep one going.
Right.
um, but I wish I would have like gotten photos of all the pieces, like with nice white backgrounds, because I would like to post all these pieces from the shows. I think they're beautiful, but like when I posted them, I put I was like doing the auction starts now or whatever, and like so it was covering up half of the photo, so that's why I like just archived it because it was the auction post or whatnot. So I feel
Yeah.
like I failed there. Um, so yeah, in the future, I'll figure. That's why I had the artist this time collaborate also because it creates it shows off that piece of art. It also ties it back to that artist so that people, if they see it, they like it, they can go check out that artist. So I'll never archive those because I think that's cool. But I'll
Right.
archive like the flyer for the show because it
And
won't really matter.
Abbatical, I don't know if I'm saying that right, said you should create specific collections, and you do that at the top of your page in stories, and the
Right.
highlighted stories stay there, and you name them podcast,
Okay, so
whatever.
I literally thought that was really cool until the part where it was stories. If it was like you could do that, but with your posts, so somebody could
You
go
can,
click on one of those and then scroll through, like if you have a post of art, right,
you
or like
can,
pieces.
you
No,
can.
but it's got to be a story. You have to make it a
It's
story
got to be a
first.
story.
Now you just put your post in the story, and it goes out to your posts.
But what if you never did, you know?
What if you never what?
You
What
do it
if,
now. Do it
yeah, you
now.
got to do it now is add all that stuff to the story.
Yeah, you could still do it as long as you didn't archive it.
But also like the chances of me scrolling, I guess, through someone's first 50 photos is so much more likely than me like tapping through 100 of those like little story collections. But
Yeah, no, it's true. I
All
mean,
I'm
because the thing
hearing
is,
is
you
excuses not to use the features and functionality at your fingertips, gentlemen.
and then
listen,
I was
listen.
thinking you were talking about with like aesthetic when I'm looking at different people's tramped profiles where it's like from the beginning every toy that they've taken photos of has been like the exact same size at the exact same angle, the exact same like super high definition photos. And then you look at mine and like some of them are from the side, some of them are big, some of them are small.
Isn't
Like
Tramp like a user-driven platform? Like, can't I add photos to it or no?
yeah, but at the
Yes, you
same
can.
time, that's like
That's
that's a
yeah,
pro and a downside because they'll
yeah.
be
That's what I'm saying. You'll never get that aesthetic because anybody can add stuff to your page, right? Any photo.
unless it was something that I had already have a photo up of, or if I have a better photo, like if you had a Glorable and you posted it and the picture was no good, or if I didn't like it, as long as I have a better photo, I can switch the photos out myself.
Hmm.
But if I sold a piece
Yeah.
and never took a good photo of it, anyone can upload that piece with a flip phone camera on their bed with crumbs all over the bed. You know what I
Can
mean?
you
And that's
delete
like,
them? Can you
huh?
delete
No,
other people's photos?
I can't
you
delete them.
can't.
I can only
So
switch the
then, what if
photo
they
out.
create the same piece but spelled it wrong, and now you're on there twice? I mean, same
Okay,
thing, right?
so that's one of the things. So I've been actually going on mine, and there's been a couple things added that are already there. So what I do is I just report the second one, and I say that it's a
Mm-hmm.
duplicate to have it removed because
Mm-hmm.
there's no
Or
point in having it twice.
or you just change it to something else. Like the next new thing that you make,
Oh, that's a good idea.
change the details and change the photo for the duplicate for whatever new thing you put out. Because you
Do
can
you,
go in and switch the name and photo out yourself.
so you know that something that they should do for Trapped, I'll probably recommend
Huh.
it, is there should be a locking feature. once you've put something on, you can lock it so that it can't be edited.
Yeah.
Because I think anybody can edit it.
I'm not sure if anyone can edit it, or I know anyone can post. I don't know if anyone can edit.
I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna go on Brian's page and try to make something.
He's gonna go on my page and just make everything a jumbled mess. Well, joke's on you, Scott. Everything's already a jumbled mess.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know
If,
that
I don't
'cause
know
you want
if
me
you
to take
can get in
pictures.
and edit other people's stuff. I think that's only like if you're verified as that being your own.
Oh no, I can edit.
Yeah, I was gonna say because
I'm
when I'm
in
on
the
there,
Roddy Bites Pink Sparkle, and I press edit, and it lets me get in and then do
yeah.
whatever I want. I think.
So the
There's
thing
room
is
for sabotage on that. That's not good.
that's why I'm saying I think so. Like when I signed up, like you sign up with your like with whatever your personal screen name is, and then you get verified as your artist screen name, but you
Right.
still have both. So like whenever I add something to my collection or whatever, it's adding it to not Trash Panda Toys registered. It's adding it to my screen names one. So I think, yeah, that allows everyone to do it. But I think if you are verified, there should be an option so that when once the post is done and it's correct and the information's all there, you should be able to lock it so that you can't so no changes can be made. Like as
That's
in
a good
that
idea.
like
Yeah.
that specific posting is verified and done.
Right.
So I'll maybe like message them about it and see if. Also, I wish we could delete stuff because I hate emailing them to ask them to delete it because it's a duplicate. But I do like your idea of just updating
Just
it to.
switching it out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
I
good idea.
said the same thing. I was like, there's ones on there I just want gone, you know? It's just I'm like, I want to start over. It's not aesthetic.
So the thing is the problem I see with that is so for example, say I went on and added something for you. I took a really crappy photo. I filled out the information, uploaded it, added it to my collection. You went in, edited it to something new that I don't have in my
Oh, that's
collection.
in
Now
your
it shows.
collection then.
Now it shows that new thing in my collection, and then the thing that I had added
Oh,
not there at
yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Colton, you put a
Well,
bunch
so-
of new things in people's collections.
Take a better photo, I guess, you know, like
There, I wonder if there's. Yeah, that's like I know we were talking about that before, Colton, about like photos that people take, and it's hard because like older stuff you don't have anymore. Like I had to ask Blind Bag to get photos for me because there's a couple bites that I just don't have pictures of. I
Right.
know he has them, so I was like, give me a nice photo so I
yeah.
can upload them. But it sucks, yeah, because you never know. I mean, granted, honestly though, it is just an archive thing, and I personally, if the photo's crappy, it sucks. But at least people can see that something that was created, even if it
Yeah.
isn't a
And
crappy photo.
that's what matters.
True, and it's more for the collectors too. I think to really kind of like, be happy about what they purchase. So honestly, I
Right.
personally, I guess I don't really care. Although I do like aesthetics too. I think a
Right.
pleasing photo is nice, but sometimes you just shit out of luck.
Yeah. And I mean, and for me, since it was like a lot of stuff that I like, some of the first things that I've, ever made, people have taken pictures of and uploaded onto there. Sometimes it's the opposite problem. Sometimes it's like the quality of the photo is amazing and it shows every little like blemish on the piece that I didn't sand good enough. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's not up to the quality of anything that I would release now.
True.
And that also kills me. So it's either a
the one
bad
thing-
photo of a good design or, too good of a photo of a bad design.
No, see, I don't call it a bad design. Call it a growing. You're growing, so you were learning and
Right.
you were becoming who you are now, right? That you taking more time. You saw where you needed to fix something. You're now fixing that for future releases. People loved your stuff back then. I wouldn't necessarily say it was bad, right?
It
You were
shows
growing-
growth
you
for
were
sure.
growing into it.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
looking.
we all were.
Like, what would be an example of that on your page? I'm just curious.
No, don't tell him. Don't be that person. Blind Bag.
I mean, so there's one on the Tramps page, which was it's a clear regular OG Global with silver. Nope, not that one. It's clear. It's clear, and it's got silver flakes in it. And
Oh yeah,
it wasn't sanded or polished nearly to the extent. Yeah. So if you look at that one, I mean, you can
Yeah.
see that it's not sanded or polished near as good as I would sand or polish anything now. You know, it's
yeah.
is what it
Makes-
is.
Listen, I'm
Just go
I've
in
got
there and
pieces.
title it Mythcast.
It's in somebody's collection already, and they're like, "Wait, this wasn't a
Wait,
you got
miscast when I bought it."
I mean,
No, I've thought about like redoing a Global clear with silver flakes, sanding it correctly, and then switching out the picture with.
we can use this one. It's almost
Oh,
close to it.
no,
Yeah,
you know what you do is you remake all of those pieces that you want better photos of, take the better photos, and then just release them as call them a Tramp re-release,
yeah.
and that way you
Update.
can update all the photos.
Just send new toys to everyone. Here's an updated version of the old one. Just please change the photo.
No, you take your own photos and update it.
Here's one of my favorites that I have of yours.
Oh, the cauldron.
Aldrin. Yeah, I remember that one.
I have a very special Global. It's a one of one.
Oh yeah,
It's
which
not on-
one?
It's the one you sent me. You don't remember?
No.
Well, I can't show it to you because I have all your stuff in storage. Is
it on Tramp?
No, it's not.
And
Because
it
you didn't
doesn't
take a photo
exist.
of it. It doesn't exist.
Mm.
No, it's you know what it is. It's that one that I'm gonna take a really bad photo of it on my bed with crumbs, and then post it to Tramp.
All right. I'll try to find it amongst the other ones. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it was like a blue kind of. It was clear blue with like a little bit of sparkle in it. And it
Nice.
had I think X's on its eyes.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that one?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
White eyes with like the red X's.
Yeah. There you
Nice.
go. Right, that was a one of one, right?
I believe so.
Okay. That's what you told me, so I hope so.
Yeah, it is.
It's 101.
It's one of one until you make a bad photo of it, and I have to remake it.
Your pumpkin
Yeah.
one's not in here. Is it? I can't find it.
Which one?
I don't think it's on there, no.
That's another one of my favorites.
Wait, which one?
The pumpkin.
Oh, yeah.
The orange, the all solid orange one's on here, but not the other one that's like painted and
I think I have some photos of the pumpkin ones, but it's like the pumpkins on like the little platform with the grass, and I did the little like tombstone that went with it.
yeah.
So you know what I've been doing, because like a lot of toys that I have aren't listed on Tramp yet, and I'm like, oh, I can't get to my storage and get them all out. So I've been going back through people's Instagrams and finding the photo that they took of it, and then like screenshotting it, then taking it, removing the background, and uploading that to Tramp so I can add it to my collection.
Yeah, that works.
I mean, that website you gave me to remove the backgrounds works really well. So
Yeah, that's the one he had, Keegan from Tramp had initially sent me. So I think it's the same one that he uses for stuff too. I've ended up putting like a little mark on my desk in front of my shadow box, so I know like exactly the distance that I have my phone or camera or whatever when I take pictures, so that I can try from here on out to get them all to be, straight on, straight to the right, straight to the left, the exact same size. So eventually there'll be more of like a consistent aesthetic to, the size and everything like that of them. But it's not something I thought about, when I first started taking pictures. I was like, I'm just going to take a cool picture of this one, kind of from the side, outside on a rock, or whatever. So they're just, the angles are all over the place. And yeah.
So do you always try to upload more than the one photo? Do you like try to do all the angles?
Yeah, I try to do all the angles, and then I'll try to get one in there that's like the glow, if it does glow, or if it's UV, I'll add that in there
Nice.
too. But I mean, I think a lot of people on there just add, one main photo. So I don't think it's necessary, but
No,
I mean, if
you
you
know,
got the
it's
photos.
yeah, if you got them. But honestly, yeah, it's like the thing is like going back to try to get all these photos to upload things. Like I'm not over here trying to also go back and get like any angle that I did. I'm just trying to get my stuff up there. So like I spent literally like an entire day one day just like going through trying to figure out what needed to be uploaded and like trying to find photos for it. I'm like, I know I took pictures, so where are they?
Ryan's just trying
Yeah.
to survive. I mean, you should
Yeah,
before you got here, couldn't even get his computer to work. So
I mean,
it's true.
that
At least
that app is fantastic. I love going on there and adding all the things like in my display case from other artists that I have into my own collection.
me too.
It's super satisfying. And I guess we haven't really talked much about the app itself for anyone in the chat that doesn't know what it is. Um, it's a really cool app put on and designed by Trampt. Trampt is a super OG toy collector. I mean, I had heard about Trampt far before I ever even started really doing much of this stuff. I had seen pictures online. But they've created an app where you can basically showcase your collection of what you have by finding other artist profiles, and when you find this certain toy on their profile, you can click that you have it. You can click that you want it, if it's something that you don't have but you're in search of, or you can click that if you want to sell it. And you can also see what price people originally had bought the item for, how much they're selling it for.
that part too is self input, right? So like I don't know if I always trust what people put in there.
Well, yeah. I mean, what they bought it for, what they want to sell it for. I mean, it's kind of up to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I'm like I don't trust like what people are always doing the right thing, because there's bad apples out there trying to
Well,
do stuff.
people want to make money. You know.
Yeah.
Always. So I think one of my favorite things about this app is yeah, you can like create your collection, but I think the want list and like being able to go through and find things that you want.
Oh, the one. Yeah. Better.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now I can. Yeah.
Okay. So I've gone through and specifically gone just like you go through, find one artist, find a piece, click on it, it's from a show, you find another artist. So I've gone through like a rabbit hole of just finding different things, and I add them to my want list, and then I literally go on eBay and everything, and I start
That's
buying
the
these
dangerous part
pieces
of
from
like
years ago.
trolling that app is because you see stuff that you never knew existed by an artist. Because someone in the chat or on the stream today might be their first introduction to Fixed Temple Toys, right? And so they're gonna know from your Instagram kind of forward, right? And that someone goes on Tramp, let's say their old stuff is there, like unless they go there, they might not ever see it, right?
Right.
And so you go in there. I did that with Lucifer, and like that catalog is massive, and there's things I'm like, I didn't even know you did stuff like this, right?
Right.
It's crazy. And then you're like, oh, well, I shouldn't look because there's stuff I can never get, and then I'll have.
That's when you click the want thing, and then somebody who might eventually be selling that,
Yeah, for like
then you can get it.
100 times the price.
I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, but that's the
usually
thing,
if
though.
it's something you want bad, that's what happens. It's like it's like very unreasonable.
I mean, I've added quite a few things to my want list that are literally they are one of ones. I know they're one of ones because it was from a show, and it was like it says custom toy, and I'm like, oh my god, that's incredible. It's from an artist I admire. I was like, I would love it. So one day if it does go on sale, I mean, it might be a little bit more than what it cost originally, or it might be a lot more. If it's a lot more, I probably won't buy it. But hey,
Yeah.
if it's a little bit more, it might be worth it.
It's how bad do you want it? You know?
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, it's always about like, yeah, figuring out what it's worth to you as the collector. If somebody's selling something for $500, if that's not worth it to you, then don't buy it. I mean, it sucks that you don't get what you want, but really, you can't complain. If somebody's had it for a while and the price has gone up to that, if it's out of your price range or you don't want to spend that much,
Well,
you
you
really
can
can't complain about it.
complain. You can
Well, you
absolutely
can.
complain.
You can
I mean,
absolutely
that's like
complain.
I collect a lot of the or I try to collect a lot of the uncle stuff. UNKL, so they do like these characters called Shugs, and they were based in Portland, but they're not around anymore. Like they don't continue to make toys, and most people who have the collection of those don't usually want to get rid of them. So I'll occasionally, like, I just got one off eBay the other day, and I'll pay more than it probably originally sold for, just because they're so hard to even find for sale, and it's the only way that I can continue to like
Collect them.
collect them. Yeah, and finding them when they are that rare is a lot more fun at the same time too.
Yeah. So I do that. I do that with one of my collections too. It's Plage does Misfortune Cats. It's like the
Mm,
three-eyed cat that's stabbing itself in the head. It's like the the Neko cat. Those things, they're not made anymore. They're very old. They did a blind box series for them. They've done like really big ones. I constantly on eBay. I have eBay alert on, so if
on
anybody
those,
posts one, like it'll pop up and let me know
nice.
because I'm like, oh my god, yeah, because I'm missing I think 10 from there was series 1 and 2. I'm missing 10 to complete both series, so I'm like constantly like looking for them. But every once in a while, I find like a really big one, which usually go for around 400 or 500 bucks. But somebody will post it up for like 200. I usually snag it if it's one I don't have. So yeah,
Totally.
I love some of these old pieces that aren't being made anymore. Like even like the artists probably aren't creating anymore, so it's like even more
Right.
rare. So I love pieces like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And being from Oregon, I mean, I had first, like, I have the second book here, but I don't know if you guys have heard of these. I'm sure you have, but these I Am Plastic books.
I own them.
Nice. So yeah, the first one, when I had got it, I was going through and I saw that uncle stuff and saw that they were from Portland, and I had never even heard of those toys or them. And then I loved them, so I was checking it out, and then saw that they weren't active anymore, which was I was too late. Um, but then
Just an
being
FYI,
from, huh?
just an FYI to any of the people in the chat or watching, if you ever have a chance to come across any designer toy books, buy them because they're worth every penny. Like they'll either talk about like different designer toys that you may have never heard of, like that, or how to make stuff. It's really cool. Like I've got so many of them. They're just really fun, and the art in
Yeah,
them is great.
they're. I call it the designer toy Bible.
It is super good.
I hope they come out with another one, and I can get some Glorbles in there. Who knows?
That'd
I
be
mean, well,
cool.
if you hear something, let me know.
Yeah, I'd even told Keegan from Tramped, I'm like, you ever thought about putting out your own book? You've definitely got like the the catalog for it.
Seriously, he definitely got a catalog. Okay, so fixed. Tell us what you got coming up. We want to hear like what's next from Fixed Temple.
I've got mainly I've been working on two shows that I've got coming up that I'm not able to show any pieces from yet. One of them is a show with Scott here for his him and Strange Cat. And then another one is an upcoming anime themed show, which I was able to reserve Dragon Ball Z as a theme for. So I've got some Majin Buu Glorbles coming out. I had to go with the other shape shifting gelatinous Dragon Ball Z character. Majin Buu's been done before so many times for designer toys because he's just a badass, but There'll be a Global one of those coming out soon. And then skipping 5 points this year, but I will be
That's
going
awesome.
to Collected Con. I'm splitting a booth with Dead Boy, so that'll be cool. It'll be the first time that I've got, a whole half of a booth to myself. So I'm excited for that. And then possibly maybe Designer Con again this year, depending if Plastic Pizza ends up going. It's not something that I can afford to do by myself at this point, booth costs and all that wise. But if I'm able to split a table with someone for a decent price, I'll definitely try to go to Designer Con in Vegas again. And that's about it. Like a lot of trying to come up with stock. Like this one doesn't have eyes anymore, or not anymore, but doesn't have eyes yet. I've got a Castley eyes still, but some new Cortex Glorbles that I've been working on and getting more used to the airbrush and painting these. So that's been a lot of fun. And yeah, working on new characters, new pieces of the lore and different factions for the universe that I'm trying to build.
So you haven't made too many of the, I don't know if I'm going to call them the traditional or the old school Glorble lately that I've seen. Are you trying to transition away from it, or are you just taking a break and come back to it? Or
in a sense, like I still do micros of like the OG original Glorbles, but I also don't want to like beat the dead horse too bad. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like
you want to evolve and create new things
and create new things. I think majority of like, as far as I can get with exposure to new people, it's a lot slower than like being able to create things for the collectors that I already have. And I think majority of the collectors that I have currently, if they want a Glorble, they've already got a Glorble. So I still come out with different. Huh?
Doesn't mean they don't want more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still like the horned Glorbles. I've got the soft vinyl versions now, and I've got different versions of those that are still coming out and will be at cons and stuff like that. And of course, the resin Cortex Glorbles, and always trying to go bigger with stuff as well. With like filament printing and stuff like that. So I mean, I've got some big boys, and I want to do more stuff like this.
Yeah,
it's just I've got more plans than I do time. So it's a slow process, but it's definitely like a continuous thing. I mean, it's all I do. I go to work, I come home and I work on this stuff. I go to bed, repeat. It's pretty constant. So we're getting there. It's just a little bit slower lately, especially with like a part-time job. It's hard. I'll come home and sand and literally like fall asleep as I'm sanding.
With your face in the bowl of water.
No, not usually. Just usually with it in my hand. But yeah. I've been tired enough where I've dipped, my paintbrush into my coffee cup and stuff like that. And then I'm like, all right, I got to slow down here and maybe like take a little break, a small nap, which ends up being not a small nap. And then I'm pissed at myself that I wasted 3 hours sleeping when I need to get stuff done. But such is life.
That rest though helped you get twice as much done later on. There you go.
If I'm self-disciplined, yes.
Well, that's a different problem, right?
Yeah.
A lot. So I love where you're going. I love that you are wanting to create more stuff now. I love seeing your progression. Like I said, the last drop you had was super cool. I can't wait to see more of those, and hopefully maybe grab number 69. So that means you got to make that many, because I got to get up to 69.
Yeah, deal.
Or we can just skip to 69, then you can start back at the number you were at.
Just like a random series of 69s.
Yeah, 69A, 69B.
Then you'll have like all these random things in your tramped for 69.
60, yeah,
Yeah.
Glorable 69A, Glorable 69B.
People be like, "What
so,
the? Where are the rest of them?"
So, if you had a chance to work with any artists currently in the scene, so nobody that doesn't make anything anymore, um, what artists would you love to do a collaboration with?
Ooh, I really like Grumpy stuff a lot.
I do like grumpy stuff too.
Um, Grumpy would probably be my number one, just because the amount of different varieties of things that they come out with, whether it's frogs or mechs or
Did you see
frogs
that trash
and
panda?
mechs.
Did you see the trash panda? They did.
I'm not sure. Probably,
I
but
was
I'm
like,
not sure. I mean, I picked up a blank from one of them. I don't think it's the. Well, maybe it is. Oh no, it's the bear. But I picked up this guy,
oh nice.
Oh yeah.
and it's just a blank 3D print. So I'm gonna have to paint that at some point. I'm excited for that. But I really, really like their stuff a lot. So that would probably be my first choice.
What'd you say, Flyback?
I said it's called Trashy. Like those must have been small ones because it's Timby, Trashy, Posse.
Can
Yeah.
you put it on the? Are you able to put it on the screen?
Let me see if I can get it on there. Hold on.
I know. I literally saw it and I was like, "Oh my god, I need to get this 3D file. I want to print 5,000 of them. I want an army of them."
Yeah, they're one of those artists where it would be very daunting to try to collect all of their pieces because there's like a new design every couple weeks or something. Like they just put out so much, and every single thing they put out is incredible.
Yeah, they definitely have a very unique, cool style, and I think that would be a really cool collab to see you guys work together and either do a new character, one of your new characters that you're working on, or even doing a grumpy Glorble would be really cute.
Yeah, I agree.
Grumpy Global.
A grumpy Glorble.
Grumpy Glorb.
Do it.
Scott can't get it. He doesn't know how to work his computer.
No, I want to save it versus doing a screen share because then I can just pop it in as an extra window.
Oh,
So,
nice.
Yeah.
He also doesn't want us to see the porn that he's got on his backsplash.
Those open tabs.
The open
Most
tabs.
visited tab.
You can see my open tabs, but I don't use this computer like ever. So it's literally
Except for porn.
for this only. It's funny.
So while he's still trying to figure that out, is there anything that you want to say to anybody that is watching now or maybe watching the stream later about yourself that you think that somebody should know or whatever, or shout something else out, whatever you want to say. You take a moment and shout it to the world.
Yeah, well, the first thing that comes to mind is that I'm still always blown away when it comes to being able to sell artwork and things that I make, and that I'm just very appreciative to anyone who supports me or purchases my art or has an interest in what I'm doing, because there's a whole lot of artists in the world. And it's not the easiest thing to make money from. And when you're able to make money and get a solid set of people who are interested in what you do, I think that that's just one of the coolest things ever. And it'll never feel normal to me. And I hope that it continues. I hope to reach, new people. But at the same time, I really try to stay in touch and let the current supporters that I have know that I'm very appreciative of their help and getting me to where I'm at today, with being able to go to these conventions and justify going and hanging out with you guys and meeting new people, meeting new friends. It really is like a ton of fun. It's all I want to do ever. So I hope that it continues.
I
And
agree.
yeah, I guess just a big thank you to everyone who's helping support.
And remember, everybody, you can support without buying something. Liking, sharing, those
Yes.
things are a big support. It helps broaden the message, the artwork. Allows people to see what you're following, gets them out there. Somebody else might find it from that. So if you don't follow Fixed Temple Toys on Instagram, make sure you go and do that. Um, Share some of their stuff in your story sometime. Also helps, and that's all free. Doesn't cost a dime. But
Helps
cost
a lot. Sharing
cost a
helps a
couple
lot.
seconds, but cost a couple
Mhm.
seconds, but it's not a.
That
Oh
one?
yes, yes, I
Super
love him.
rad.
I love him. I was like trying to figure out how, because I know he sells um the 3D files.
Uh-huh.
Like you can buy them in like sets of 4 usually. But I was like, I just really want to buy it so I can print it because I really want it.
Yeah, I mean you open up Lychee the slicer, and like they've got one of their, I'm pretty sure one of their toys is like one of the main photos that Lychee uses as like an example of 3D printing, which is just wild to me. That's like, you've made it when slicing programs are like featuring your art.
Right? That's super cool. Yeah, that would definitely be an awesome collab. So we'll have our fingers crossed, see what we can do. Maybe we can get into your everybody get on Fixed Temple's page and start tagging Grumpy and being like, we want to see a collab. We want to see a collab.
Put in a good word, guys.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Yeah,
Like, everyone
BBTA knows
go
that.
harass
Everybody.
Grumpy right now. No, don't do that. But
Yeah, don't definitely don't do that. But so Scott, you got anything else for our lovely guests?
I don't think so. Should we? Am I supposed to?
No, I'm
Oh,
just asking. I didn't want to like cut you short if you had something for our guest. I don't want to keep it. I know he's
what is what
probably
is
dying to get out of work clothes and relax.
I know Colin's like, let me go and take my nap.
time to make a drink.
Time to make the coffee so he can stick his paintbrush in it.
Yeah.
Well, like Colton said, keep an eye out. He does have something coming up, and actually, so does Trashy. I actually saw both of yours. You're also shy in that chat. No one wants to share what they're working on.
Yeah, well, it's got to be up to, like who I'm collaborating with as well,
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't just spill the beans for both of us. So
You kind of put us in a tough spot. We all have to like talk to each other more
Oh,
frequently
you have
than
to
we
talk
can.
to each other? Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, we are talking to each other, but it's like, like when we see it and then we're like, oh, cool, that's awesome. And then we go to, like, I want to go post that. But then I'm like, oh, shoot, I didn't ask if I could post this. I shared it
you
with
don't
you,
post
so you
it.
should be
You don't
happy.
have You don't have
Well,
to
yeah,
post
no,
it in the
no,
chat.
post it in the chat.
Yeah.
is what I meant.
I say now. I haven't even posted yet. But both of yours kind of live in the same theme.
Oh, so we're copying each other.
No,
Awesome.
nope,
Just kidding.
not the same, but in the same world. I guess.
so Trash stole my idea, is what you're saying.
No, you stole mine.
No, very different. Both of them very cool, but
Nice.
different. But same.
Wait, now I forgot who your partner is. Now I'm trying to visualize and I can't. Yeah, don't say it out loud though. I'll look in the chat.
Okay.
I don't
But
even
yeah,
know.
I'm
Like,
excited for that show.
have you
Huh?
even announced it yet?
No, because Corey doesn't like to announce it until like it's closer to it. So, and plus, I don't want to announce it until like there is something to share. Like I don't want to. They just come in like not have like enough teasers to go with it. You know what I mean? So
Okay, well, I mean, because you're talking about it on this podcast that like reaches 50 million people, I just wanted to make sure.
our 6 viewers are very, very interested in that June 21st date at Strange Cat Toys. So more to come. How's that?
There we go.
Yeah. No, I'm very excited about it. And everyone's like the stuff, the initial kind of work in progresses are starting to come in, and it's just so exciting.
I can tell you though, Scott did the best job at making my life the most difficult.
I said, if you don't push yourself and you don't challenge yourself, what are you?
I literally was like, requested something, and he was like, "Oh, I got you," and then went off the deep end, and we had to like refigure everything out.
I mean, even the ones what I'm making, I was calling them the cursed design because it's just been issue after issue where like I've sanded these things over again. I don't know how many times where they, like the hot glue breaks off of the dowel and it rolls across the floor when the primer's fresh, wet, and smooth. And
Oh God, I hate
just
that.
anything that can go wrong has gone wrong with these, where like suddenly the airbrush clogs and just spits a bunch of droplets out all over it and ruins my even coat. They're finally almost finished and I'm super happy with them. I would say, even though they're micro, some of my personal best work that I've done. I'm super proud of these.
Well, then maybe I'm copying you because I haven't even. I mean, we started them, but I haven't even gotten them in my hands yet. So.
Okay, so I've gotten them in my hands, but they're 6 different pieces that go into one piece, and I'm having to airbrush each piece individually. And then so I haven't gotten them all together yet. They're not all put together. Only one of them is fully put together.
Yeah.
But
okay.
They're close.
You'll have to share with me what you're doing. Mine is I'm waiting for half of them back from the other person. So once I get my half, then I can start painting mine, and they're painting theirs. But we're doing 4 different sets. So.
Well, if they're amongst the same theme, maybe we can get them on like the same around the same shelves at Strange Cat.
Yeah,
that could be cool.
That'll be up to Blind Bag Toy Designer.
I'll put you guys by each other. It will make sense.
Nice.
It'll make sense.
Cool.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan. Well, Colton, I mean, it was a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you for being our first guest.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to keep you too much longer because I know how it is when you really want to relax a little bit. So thank you for coming on. I know we're still in our infancy and we didn't have a ton of guests, but
Andrew said you can market them as cursed glorbles.
Market them what?
As cursed glorbles.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just admit that they were glorbles?
No, that's what he said. They're not glorbles.
Oh, okay. I'm like, you said I'm giving everything away over here.
I'm smarter than that, Brian. Come on, you know this.
I mean, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt this time.
You can talk to me when you can get your computer and your headphones to work. You can get in the live stream yourself.
Yeah. Okay, we won't go there. Well, anyways, Colton, it was a pleasure having you on. Thank you for being a guest, our first guest.
Yes.
And
thank you.
And what we'll do is once things start rolling a little bit better, and I learn how to charge my stuff, and Scott learns how to be here on time and not set his house on fire. We will have you back on the show. Maybe we can even have you, if we get that 50 likes and subscribes, be able to do a live with you at an event, which would be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Well, and then maybe as we get closer and you guys have the pieces done, Ryan, maybe we start to bring them on one-at-one to kind of show,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
we could do that. I mean, it would be 2 and 2.
Yeah. To make sure we can get in. 2 or 3, how many ever.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But everybody in the chat, thank you guys for sticking around, coming in, watching Fix Tempo, our lovely guest, talk about his toys. We really appreciate you guys coming in and supporting us and supporting Fix. If you aren't following him, make sure you do. If you're not following our Instagram for
Oh,
the
yeah.
Toys and Art podcast, go do that as well. Like, subscribe, all that yada yada. My name is Brian, aka Trash Panda Toys, or Trash if you're nasty.
I knew that
My
was
lovely co-host.
coming. Scott, or AKA Blind Bag Toy Addict. And to Brian's point, I'm actually, well, here, this is Fix Temple's Instagram page. If you guys want to go and find him there. If you guys don't follow our Instagram page for the show, give that a follow. We haven't been too active on it just yet, but you'll see more and more posts on there, not only about the shows, and I will probably do some cuts of the clips and put them on there.
Yeah,
But
I mean, it'll be a page that kind of it talks about the show stuff, but it will also, if there's other shows going on, we'll share stuff like that. We want to make sure that you guys are up to date with, all the toys and art stuff going on in the community. So we want to make sure that we're here for you for that, as well as getting awesome guests on. If you have any questions, anything that you want us, or any people that you want us to bring on the show, any questions or topics you want us to talk about, you can hit the DMs on the Instagram page. It'll probably be the
right into
easiest
the
one.
DMs.
Right, slide into the DMs. Or you can also, if you're not in the Trash Panda Toys Discord channel, you can join that by going to my page. We do have a section in there where you can ask questions, recommend guests that you would like
Hold
to see
on.
on the show.
I got a spotlight Cole here. I just noticed. Do you have a mustache?
Oh my God.
I don't remember that.
Glorbles can be made without a mustache? Impossible.
Well, I know porn can't be, so.
Well, that brings me to my other side gig.
Yeah.
Check out the OnlyFans, everybody.
And
But yeah.
at some point we do want to have collectors on too, just to kind of hear from you all about
Sure.
what you like to collect and different things that you like about collecting, you don't like about collecting, and sometimes it's good for like the artists like Colton and Trashy to kind of hear like, hey, as a collector, I always think about this or ask this, or it's really disheartening when this happens, right? And it just helps them
Well, even to
make decisions and
show
grow.
off show off your collections too. We love to see it. We love to see that live version of your Tramp app. Get on here, show us that.
Wait a minute, sorry. Andrew left you a comment. Here you go, Colton. Coming up.
Glorble, oh wow.
I keep forgetting I can highlight comments, so we got to put the good ones up there.
Oh, Global feet pics.
There they are for the screenshots.
Perfect.
And hey, there's money in everything. It's mind blowing.
Okay, well, Scott will keep us on here all night because he apparently does not want you to go relax, which we've been trying to let you do for the last 15 minutes. So I'm going to say thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Keep an eye on the Instagram. We may have another guest, we may not. It may just be some chit chat. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Later.
See ya.